What's up? We're here with my friends and client, Crystal. She's been working directly with my assistant coach for a year now and has had an amazing transformation. We're going to talk about her story today of how you've went from 192, 195-ish down to like 150. What? Where are you at right now? Like, why don't
158.
you take it? You take it. Tell us where you were, where you are right now, how much weight you lost, and how things are going.
Started in the 190s, 192, 195 ish. Made it all the way down to 158 in a year. Feel pretty good about that. 30 something pounds. Don't make me do the math. My head's already spinning. But yeah, it's going good.
That's awesome. Not to mention, so you've dropped 30 pounds in a year, and your before and after photos look crazy. And a lot of people don't understand they're look for weight loss, but you haven't just been losing weight, you've been also putting on muscle too. Like, so tell us about that side of things.
I started out with little 5 pound weights, and then Ann was like, it's time to move up. So then I got 8 pound weights, and a little while into that, she's like, okay, I think you can do more. Like, put a kid on your back, do some squats holding the child. You can do it. So little by little, I've inched my way up on the weights, which honestly, I can still probably buy bigger weights, but sometimes I take it easy and just do
Yeah.
it with kids.
Yeah, for sure. So you've lost like 30 pounds roughly. You've put on some muscle tissue. You look entirely different. You were telling me earlier, what was one of your main goals to hit, and did you achieve that goal? Like,
So my main goal from the start was to get back in my wedding dress that I wore 12 years ago, and I just wanted it to zip. So yesterday I put it on and it zipped, and I was over the moon.
love that. I love that. That's amazing. And so everyone has struggles in their journey. You have how many kids?
3.
You have three kids. That's what I thought. You have three kids. You have a husband who works a lot. You're also in ministry. Kind of tell everybody like what all that you do. Like, I just named a couple, and those are a lot. So tell everybody what you do, because a lot of people feels like they feel like that they can't accomplish, their weight loss goals because they have, XYZ going on. But you guys are busy all the time. Like, kind of share what you guys are into.
First and foremost, I'm a stay at home mom. My world revolves around my children, my husband taking care of our house. And then we're extremely involved in church with men. My husband and I do youth and children's ministry at our church. And I also lead worship on Sundays. So when it comes to church and home, our plates are definitely full, but in the best of ways. We also have a small goat farm where we have 11 dairy goats, and we have farm chores every single day, and it gets hectic around here sometimes with baby season with the goats, and then of course normal things with stuff with the kids in school. Our daughter's in first grade, she's finishing up this week. Our middle child Dawson, he just finished pre-K today, and that's been a roller coaster with him because we've had a lot of different health conditions come up with him this year. So sometimes it could be really easy to say I'm not going to take care of myself, but in order to take care of my family, I do need to take care of myself first. So if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. You guys do so much.
I graduated from seminary, so we had that.
Yeah.
He was doing online school 3 nights a week, and it was a lot.
Yeah. So, gosh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And you were still able to accomplish it. So, I guess a lot of people feel like losing weight is the hardest thing to do. When you came in, I know you have tried things before and stuff, and kind of tell everybody, I guess, what you've tried before and like what's different about what we did inside of our program versus what you've tried before and how that was sustainable for you.
Hold on, son. I got one hollering for me now.
That's
So
fine.
I've tried weight loss medications. I did the phentermine, and basically all it did was suppress my appetite. And I would drink a lot of water, and as soon as I'd quit taking it, I would gain the weight back, everything that I'd lost, and sometimes a little extra. I had tried restricting myself before, low carb diets, and I could do it for a few months, and then it would be like, okay, I've got to have pizza. I can't live without pasta anymore, and dessert because chocolate cookies are life. So I've
Especially
tried.
with three kids, huh?
It doesn't work. You can't put everything aside and sustain it. It's impossible.
Yeah. So, what makes what we did different than those things that you've tried?
So this approach, I was never told I couldn't have something. It was learn how to incorporate it into what my plan says. And then there's some days that I still didn't get it quite right, and I would eat the chocolate chip cookie, and I would go about my business the next day, and I'd just get right back on and keep going.
Yeah, so you learn how to navigate life and you learn how to eat food, and we never took anything away. Like we just taught you how to have the parameters in place that made things sustainable and made life life.
And it was so eye-opening too, learning how to track everything and realizing how many wasted calories are in some foods that you wouldn't necessarily think were wasted calories. I used to love getting a salad from Chick-fil-A with their ranch, and oh my goodness, ranch, the calories. By the time you eat all the ranch with the salad, you could have had the burger.
Yeah, I always tell people that. Like, I'm glad you brought that up because I'm like, holy crap, Batman. I would much rather have like 3 tacos or a burger and a couple fries or something than a salad, you know? Like,
Wasted calories.
yeah, yeah, 100%. I love that. So you've built awareness around food, like you understand like what to eat, how to eat. Did you have trouble? Because I know a lot of women like have trouble with this. Did you have trouble getting protein in for a
So
little bit there?
that's great, baby. He won his game. Yeah, sometimes I struggle with protein. I've found things that do help get some of the protein in. I do love Greek yogurt. I found ways to incorporate cottage cheese into different meals. And tuna. Tuna has a lot of protein in it for very low calories. So there are ways to get it in. It's just sometimes I did struggle with it.
Yeah, what about now though? Like you're pretty solid at it now, right?
I'm much better than I was. I'm not always perfect, but I'm
Yeah.
better.
But that's kind of like what we've taught you too. Like is what do we always say? What's the saying that I always say?
It's about planning. Don't make me quote it. You
It's
plan
well,
something.
progress over perfection. I put you on the spot. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But
And you something about having a plan, and if you don't plan, you know what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Yes, that
Yeah.
one.
And like just back to what you said earlier, like you're juggling a lot of things. You have a lot of responsibilities. And so like if you don't plan out maybe your next day or maybe lay your kids' clothes out or get things ready or this and that, like you'll find quickly that things spiral out of control. So, you know, having a plan, having a system in place, and then having something, a program or so that you could do that fits your lifestyle is a game changer, wouldn't you say?
For sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring this up. I didn't tell you, but I think it's funny, and I want to hear your take on it because about halfway through, or maybe a quarter of the way through, you were having some issues, like you were having some feelings, and we had to hop on a call. Tell us about what you were feeling, what you were dealing with, and what came up for you, and then what helped or happened on that call that helped you move forward. That you're like, okay, because you were a little like it seemed like you were a little angry, maybe upset for a second. So and that's okay because I want people to hear that, you know, fitness and nutrition and weight loss, that kind of thing, it can be messy and it's emotional. And sometimes we don't understand because we haven't gone through it in a proper way. And once we do that, we get on the other side. And so I want people to hear like even the struggle, but that you still stuck with it because that was amazing. And I just commend you for that. So kind of share what kind of tension that we had there for a second.
So in the very beginning, we had talked about my plan and your process with the 3 phases. And I remembered us saying that we'd probably move me into phase 2 sooner rather than later because I was already eating a decent amount of calories and we wanted to get to the fat loss phase quicker, except we didn't move into phase 2 very quickly. And I'd gotten frustrated over that because I was like, I really want to dig in. I want this weight off. I'm ready. Let's go. And we just didn't. We kept my calories up and that was great, but I wanted to lose more weight, even though I was steadily dropping weight. I just wanted to keep pushing myself. So I got,
Hold on. Pause. So you were eating more food
yes,
and losing weight,
and it wasn't
and
enough.
then you were upset because we weren't losing weight faster, but you were eating more food and
Yes,
losing weight, right?
yes.
Okay, continue. I just wanted to point that out.
Hey, all right. I'd gotten my feelings because it wasn't happening quick enough. I wanted to really dig in and see how much I could lose. And that's when we got on the call, and y'all are like, "You've already been in a fat loss phase. You're losing. You've been dropping a pound a week. I don't know why you're upset." And when somebody reiterated that to me, and it's like, "You're doing good. You're in a fat loss phase. Let's just keep going." It grounded me. And it made me realize, yeah, this is progress. It might not be as quick as I wanted it to, but it's easy because I'm not eating 1,200 calories a day. I'm eating 1,800 calories a day, and I'm losing weight. And it's been
Yeah.
steady, it's been consistent, and I was just a little impatient. I get that way. It's okay. It's my
Yeah.
flaws.
Well, you did good. So there's a couple things that I really love about you, Crystal. You're confrontational, which
Can
is
be.
great. Which is great. So when you had that pain, when you had like the tension that you felt, you were like, I don't know, like we need to talk about this or whatever. Like, which is good because I was like, well, we need to hop on a call because what I understand just from a coach's standpoint is there are things that maybe you don't understand. And at the end of the day, like when you're losing weight, if you're eating more food, it's usually just because you're already in a deficit. You just didn't know it.
Yeah.
So on paper, like we may have not been like officially in phase two, but your body was responding just like we were in phase two. So I think that's great. Like I love that because a lot of people, I've only had one client. I've coached over 100 people, probably upwards of 150, something like that now. I really should check my metrics, but either way, I've coached a lot of people. I've only had one person that at the end of their time with us, they shared with me that they didn't that they needed to talk to me, but they didn't reach out. And I was like, well, why didn't you reach out? And then it ended up just being just some insecurity issues and stuff that they were dealing with. And that hurt my heart because like at the end of the day, that's why I said like I love that about you. Just one of the great things is like if you have a question or a concern, you're gonna speak up about it. And I think that's great.
I might bottle it up till I explode, but I try not to do that. I'm working on it.
No, you're great. So how many calories, I guess, did you come in at? Like how much were you eating that you maybe thought that you were eating? And then how many calories did you get up to? I think this is important for like especially the females that are watching. All right, say that one more time.
You gotta be quiet, son, okay? I think at one point we actually got up to about 2,200 calories a day after the first fat loss phase we went through. We had started with me eating around 1,800, and I was losing a pound a week, just about doing that. And then we went into the fat loss phase, got down pretty low, worked our way back up. It was around 2,000, 2,200 calories. It was a good bit, and I didn't even put on. I maybe gained a pound or two in that time when we were refeeding. It was good.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Cool. So you have been working not directly with me, but you've been working with my assistant coach, Anne, and you're actually, and I think you knew this, but a lot of people don't, but you were actually her first online client ever. And actually, I think her first client ever. And then, of course, she was doing everything that I've taught her to do. Like I was hands on behind the scenes. You just didn't work directly with me. How was it working? Like you came in, you chatted with me, you wanted to join the program. I just hired Anne and I was like, he's going to be great for you. How was it like with that transition and then working with her directly? How did that process go for you?
Well, Anne is wonderful. She is such an encourager. Anytime I was having a bad day, a bad week, something going on in my life, she was always there to talk to. She would build me up. She'd give me encouragement and, just really be there for me through the whole journey. She's like a mom, which she is a mom. She has a bunch of kids too. So she was great to work with.
It's good. I love that. Anne is amazing. She keeps me in line. That's why I have wonderful people around me because she keeps me in check. So she's great. I love that because some people are like they're kind of reluctant or so. Like they'll talk to me and they'll want to work directly with me, which is great. Which is and all is fine. But then sometimes like I'll send people straight to Anne, and she's phenomenal. So I don't put. That's why I have a team and I have good people around me that are educated and are certified and stuff like that. So she's good. I'm glad you had a great time with her.
I love seeing her transformation post yesterday too, so showing how far she's come. It's just she's an amazing woman.
Yeah, she is. She's awesome. Cool. So I guess tell everybody that's watching, like if they're on the fence about trying something and like hopping in, maybe they're watching right now and they're kind of like, I'm a little afraid. I've got this like knot in my gut a little bit, like I want to reach out, but I'm actually afraid to. Kind of what would you say to somebody who's on the fence, but they want to do it, but they're also not sure? What would you say to them?
It's worth it. It's worth it. Reach out, make the phone call, and make time for yourself because if you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of anything else?
100%. I love that. Well, cool. You're amazing. You really do a lot. Like, I think a lot of people discredit stay-at-home moms for some odd reason, but stay-at-home moms work more than sometimes corporate America. Like, you're
It's a
busy all the
lot.
time.
It's a
Yeah.
lot.
So I just wanted to say kudos to you just for being amazing and like showing up for yourself. You even just in our client community, you just won our step challenge because I don't know what you did, but you walked like 25, 30,000 steps a day, like a crazy mad woman.
Crazy mad woman. My children thought I was insane.
Yeah, you're amazing. Like I can't believe it. Like I couldn't do it. I just honestly I couldn't. I went to New York one time and I walked like 20,000 steps a day and my feet were just killing me. I was like, this is nuts. I usually just get about 10,000 steps a day right now, and that's like about all. So watching you and then the fact that you have more responsibilities than most people, you're putting in the work left and right. You take care of business. So I want to tell you congratulations. Like at this point, you've officially graduated. And so congratulations to you. Awesome. And little Cody sitting right there.
Yeah, little Cody.
I love it. Well, cool. So if you're watching right now and you're like, I am on the fence and I don't really know what to do, you can click the link down below and you can book in a call with me. Or if you don't want to do that and you want a little bit of extra buffer, you can click the other link and do the metabolic quiz. And I'll kind of see like where your metabolism is right now, how much you're eating and stuff. And we can hop on just a strategy call and talk about next steps for you and write out a plan for you and stuff like that and help you kind of gain some clarity about where you are right now to help you get to where you want to be and identify those roadblocks kind of in between. So totally up to you. Crystal, amazing talking to you. You're an amazing person. Congratulations on reaching your goals and sticking with it, even through all the tension and all the stuff. Yeah, thanks for the interview today. I know it's going to be really encouraging for other people.
Thank you.
Awesome.